please welcome to the stage Jane Guthrie.
So tonight, I'd like to talk to you about beavers, the engineers of the animal kingdom. How did an animal so industrious, so wet, and so hairy ever get associated with my female private parts? I mean, it just boggles the mind. So I grew up in Georgia, but I was born in Russia. I'm also Jewish, and I was 8 feet tall by the time I was in 8th grade. So being Russian meant that all the kids called me a commie. Being tall meant that strangers daily asked me if I played basketball. And being Jewish meant that I would just be a constant disappointment to my mother, no matter what I did with my life. So what I'm saying is that I had no problems growing up, and I'm a totally well-adjusted adult. Now, dating was especially awesome being 8 feet tall, because for a short man, dating a tall woman is a fetish thing. But the reverse ain't true, ladies. It is a one-way fantasy. Never have I thought to myself, wow, I'd really love to date a short man. To bend over and pick up his little body and maybe kiss the air. Or to have a short man rooting my bosom on the dance floor. Or to hold a short man's tiny, tiny hands. Now, growing up Jewish in Atlanta was also very hard. Take, for example, the bagel situation. I grew up eating Lender's bagels, and for those of you who don't know, those are the frozen grocery store bagels, right? They are the color of pale flesh when they are frozen. And when they are toasted, they are still the color of pale flesh. Now, things got better for me later. We got Einstein's bagels, right? And you could see how giving a Jewish name to a bagel chain would lend it instant credibility. Like, super great marketing. But what about Einstein? I mean, here's a guy who devised a theory of relativity and changed our understanding of the space-time continuum of gravity and the universe. I mean, without Einstein, we wouldn't have the Back to the Future DeLorean time machine. We wouldn't have Marty McFly. But yet, all we do is give his name to a mediocre bagel chain in Atlanta. So, I did what any self-respecting Jew would do. I moved to New York, the epicenter of bagels. And I started dating an Orthodox Jew. Now hold up, I grew up in Gwinnett County. I was the only Jew I knew for miles. I thought Orthodox Jew meant like advanced Jew. What it really meant was a Jew who wore like weird clothes with strings hanging off the end, was obsessed with his mother, and was basically a misogynist. I mean, they don't even believe in premarital sex. I mean, what's not to love? So the guy I dated believed in the Clinton definition of sex. You know, no penetration means it's not sex, right? Did the Old Testament get revised recently? Because last time I checked, oral sex was not okay before marriage. All I knew was that his kosher hot dog was not going anywhere near my bagel. And that breakup was fairly tragic, and so I turned around and joined a cult. Not just any cult, a cult with celebrities. We had Madonna, we had Britney, we had Demi and Ashton. It was the Kabbalah Center, y'all. And yes, and at the Kabbalah Center, you got to wear cult accessories. We got to wear a red string wrapped around our wrists, only $36, wards away the evil eye, super great. things were going awesome at my cult. It was great. Until one day, Monica Lewinsky shows up and she decides she wants to steal my boyfriend. And this is 100% true. This has actually happened. So let's break this down for a second. So Monica shows up, and think about it. Of all the cults in all the world, and all the boyfriends in all the world, she picks mine. And let me tell y'all, Monica Lewinsky is mean. She is Glenn Close, boil your bunny mean. She'd take her body and wedge herself between us at dinner mean. She'd take her fucking scissors and cut that red string right off my wrist mean. I mean, Monica, that was like $36. So I wind up with Monica at 4 a.m. at a farm in Queens, ready to sacrifice a chicken on the eve of Yom Kippur. I mean, totally normal. This is the thing. We wanted to be inscribed into the book of life for the next year. So as Monica is swinging her dead chicken around her head, I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you've got some shit to atone for. Yeah. And maybe you should go back to designing your handbag instead of coming after my man. Yeah. Then I thought, do I really need this guy? I mean, why would I want to fuck with a woman who managed to seduce a president in an ugly blue dress? Right? She's not only going to boil my bunny, she's going to come after my beaver.